£5 guitar from a charity shop. £5. So it's possible to still find deals. Not a high-end guitar, not a solid spruce top, ply spruce, unknown backwood. Label says specially to selected. I have no idea what the model is or what the brand is. So I bought the guitar for £5 and I put a £3, £4 set of Johnny Brooke classical strings on it. So now we're up to £8. I put a £6.50 set of tuners from Amazon UK on it. So now we're up to £14.50. So for less than £15, I've got a perfectly functioning classical guitar. Now I got lucky because there's no structural damage. It's the reason I picked it up for £5. Bridge isn't peeling up. There's no cracks. There's no seams coming apart. There's no chunks ripped out of the neck. The frets aren't hanging off. Everything was pretty functional, including the nut, the saddle. So pretty much all I had to do was replace the tuners and do a little bit of fret end management, which I normally have to do even on expensive guitars, and a new set of strings. And so we've got ourselves a good full-size classical guitar for beginners, for a student, for a kid, or for somebody who wants to learn, for less than £15. Now I probably will pass this on to a local charity. I tend not to bother selling stuff at this price point anymore and deal with all the postage and that crap. But I just wanted to show you what a £5 charity shop guitar looks like. The reason why they sold it for £5 is because the tuners the pegs were broken off the old tuner housing, and you know, they knew it. Good for them. They knew it would require some work. The girl that I talked to at the front said that she saw that it had some damage, and she knew it would require some restoration. So they just sold it cheap, put £5 on it just to move it. Had no strings on it either. Actually, I'm wrong. It had metal strings on it. So it was one of those guitars, classical guitars that was tuned up, strung up wrongly. Luckily, there's no damage. The action's fine, the neck's not bowed, and the bridge is not pulling up, which you often find when people put steel strings on a classical guitar. We've talked about that in recent videos. But anyway, don't know what this is. Could be anything. I suspect it's Chinese. I suspect it's probably 10, 15, 20 years old. Spruce ply top. What looks to be a black painted fretboard, probably walnut or something. And what is an extremely dark wood with some nicks and scratches on it, but it's a pretty dark stain, so it's probably agathis or catalpa or some kind of hardwood, probably not mahogany, but it functions and plays just fine. So wanted to show you a quick restoration of a classical guitar, no-name classical guitar that I picked up for £5 in a charity shop. Can't see anything else, but it just says special edition classic on the label on the inside. So no idea what brand this is.
or anything like that. It is full size. It does have some scratches on the back, but no cracks or anything. It's probably a sticker rosette. It's a cheap guitar. I've seen worse, but it's set up to play pretty well. By the way, you can get these tuners on Amazon or Amazon UK fairly cheap. If you click on the used option, often you'll find something like this for £6 to £8 or $6 to $8. And for cheap guitars, they work just fine. You don't need to buy the expensive ones. If this were a high-end guitar, I would have spent more money on the tuners, obviously. But these work just fine. They fit the slots, the screw holes fit perfectly, no issues at all. The old tuners the pegs were chipped off, and also the plastic housing that the string goes round for classical guitar tuners was all flaked off and broke off. So I just bought a new set rather than trying to repair the existing one. A lot of people make a mistake and buy acoustic tuners. You can buy 3 on a line acoustic tuners without that plastic housing, and they really are for steel strings. So if you're doing a classical guitar, make sure that you get classical tuners with the white housing, plastic housing, for the strings, where the strings attach. It's key to get the right one. I've seen people replace these and get the acoustic ones with just the metal posts on the inside. It doesn't quite work well enough for nylon strings, so just a quick tip there. But anyway, there you go, folks. Unnamed, unknown, mystery guitar. £5. Took an extra £10 to set it up. So now it's a £15 guitar. All right, folks. See you on the next one.